Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So this morning, first of all, I'm all sorts of thrown off. Like it's 10 o'clock. I am running way late on this. But it's the holiday week and the kids are out of school. And I kept forgetting that it was a weekday and not a weekend. So here I am. And the guidance that I asked for today was how to remain in love as we enter this holiday season. And of course, by being remaining in love, I mean remaining heart-centered and not in a fear-based state, but in a love-based state. And because, the holidays can just bring up so much stuff, and it can bring up so much fear, and it can bring up so much tension. So how do we remain in love and making choices based on love through all of that? That was the guidance I asked for today. And the card that I pulled was the Rainmaker. And what I think is really interesting about this is that as I pulled the card, I started laughing because the image or the thought that came to mind was make it rain, right? And it was almost like a just let everything blow up and see where everything lands. So I don't know if that's what the message is going to end up being, but that was the initial kind of thought that I got when I pulled that card. So the essence of the Rainmaker is the master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. And I think, thank you, Nancy. Just give me just 1 minute because I may need to answer the door. Do you need me, Nance? Okay, so let's start again. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty, and benefit flow to all. When this power is used... Hey, Tater Tot, come here. Yes, my dog's name is Tater Tot. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. It happens. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts springs to life again. So I am just going to reread a little bit of that because I don't know that I quite fully got it because I'm listening to my dog barking and all of the distractions that are happening all around. So when the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts springs to life again. So the card was right side up, which means that the message we're getting is the invitation. And it says the Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure you work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. That is a really, really beautiful guidance card, especially in relation to the question that was asked of how we remain in love through the holiday season and not in fear. And it's so aligned with so much that I have been talking to many people about recently, which is showing up differently in our lives and how we do that, how we show up differently. So as we enter into this holiday season, it feels very much like we're being called to enter into the holiday season differently than we've ever entered it before. To enter it from a very heart-centered space full of love in a way that benefits all. And that might mean, Tater Tot, that might mean that chaos will end up ensuing as we embrace our heart's desire, because sometimes our heart's desire is boundaries. And so then we're creating boundaries in environments where everything has always been very chaotic, and that chaos can kind of become a little bit more chaotic temporarily, but that temporary chaos becomes the groundwork that we've laid for the way that we are co-creating the very holidays that we always want to experience from this moment moving forward. So it's not wanting anything to be different. It's not wanting to change the way that things are. It's going, okay, so this is what is right now. And in the future, this is how I would like to co-create this all to be. So I'm not going to change right now what is happening. I'm going to accept all that's happening and recognize what it is that I need to establish for myself in order to create more of what it looks like over here and how I want it to look going forward. So it's a really beautiful, very powerful message, and I hope that that guidance serves you all well today. So, and I hope that there wasn't too much chaos with all of this, with the dogs and all of the, of course there was a lot of chaos. Of course there was. So I hope you can embrace it all and that it serves you well. I'll be back here again tomorrow morning, and I think I may continue with this theme throughout the whole week, because we could probably use a whole lot of guidance and assistance in remaining in love through just this Thanksgiving week, but also then moving forward, going into the holiday season. Okay. Have an amazing day, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Why were you so much on my video?